Hello students, welcome to MBA 360. When we talk about institutions that didn't just educate students but helped shape modern India, TISS, which is Tata Institute of Social Sciences, stands in a league of its own. It was founded in 1936, before independence, 90 years of legacy. It was built on the idea of social justice and not rankings. It is all about social issues that India faces and the world faces. It's a university that works with the real world, with real people, and doing justice to all of them. It's a talent pipeline, not just for the nation, but for the world all. It's more than a campus, it's a legacy. TISS is not a college you choose for convenience. It's a college you choose because you're convinced that you have a larger role to play for the world. If placements are your only filter, you may completely misunderstand TISS. But if you're backed by your conviction, then TISS is the place for you. Let me show to you through numbers of what TISS, which is Tata Institute of Social Sciences, stands for and what it would be meaning for you if you were to go through this kind of an institution. Look at data here. And before I move any further, please subscribe to MBA 360 if you've not already done that. Because we're going to be talking about data, information, colleges, courses, pathways, so that you get into the best institution in the best course possible. This is meant for you, so you please subscribe. Now coming to TISS, we'll talk of the selection process, the eligibility criteria, the weightage, the placement, the fees, everything that we're going to talk about here, right? The institution, as I said, was established in 1936. It's a deemed to be university, which essentially means it's a university which can give a formal degree. It is private in nature because it was, founded by Sir Dorabji Tata Trust. It was, created by the Tata Trust in a certain sense, right? It is spread over 321 acres of land closer to Mumbai, right? The ranking is 72, which does very injustice. NRF ranking is the biggest failure as far as standalone specialized institutions is concerned, and TISS is an example of that. TISS in social services is the best in the world, or possibly one of the top 10 in the world. But when you come to NRF rankings, they pull you down because it's a standalone institution which is working on things that NRF can never capture, or no rankings for that matter can capture what TISS does as a work, right? The total students is 44.75% boys and 55.25% girls. It also shows something, isn't it? That women are more prone towards working for social justice than men, possibly. But this seems to be the case out here very clearly. And about 80% students come from outside the state of Maharashtra, right? And the faculty is 275 people, a faculty teaching this 1,518 students. Now the next part of it. When you look at the TISS placement statistics, which is for the PG 2-year program, this is what you have. The total students admitted is 1,321. Across programs, mind you, all the 1321 graduated, 987 students were placed, 308 students opted for higher studies. So they actually moved on and wanted to possibly pursue a PhD or be on their own or whatever it is, but they opted out of the placement process. The placement percentage is 97.43%, which is as good as 100%. If you go through the entire zone, it is close to about 100%, 85-90%. And the median CTC is 9 lakh rupees. It's been growing. It was earlier 6.5 lakhs. It's now 9 lakh rupees. So very clearly, TISS is performing decently in terms of how it deals with the student, even though the intake is so high. What are the placement stats in terms of the other parameters? The highest salary was 36.25 lakh. The average salary was 28.2 lakhs. The average salary of the top 10% is 35.92 lakh. And the average salary of top 25% is 34.46 lakhs. This is from the brochure. But now you look and compare this, which is where the digression comes in. The median CTC here is 8.98 lakh, whereas the median CTC is 8.98 lakh, whereas the average CTC is 28.2 lakh. So there seems to be very clearly some kind of a digression that one should be careful about. But that's the data that is talking back at you, that there seems to be some kind of a issue out here in terms of the average salary. Possibly this is not the one. In my opinion, this would not be more than 10 lakhs. So either my team is wrong or TISS in its brochure is wrong. I don't know about that. But very clearly, there seems to be some kind of a confusion about the kind of salary that is offered out here. Maybe this is only for a particular program, which is MA HRM. This is what it is. This is only for one particular program, which is MA in Human Resource Management. That is where this number has come out. If you look at all the 1,200 students, that was the median salary. But when you look at just this program, maybe this 28.2 lakhs is correct. As an average, if I were to take the entire set, it would not be more than 10 lakh rupees. For this particular program, the average salary for top 10% is 35.92 and average salary for top 25% is 34.46. So yeah, this is correct for this particular program. But if you take all the 1,300 students, the average would be about 10 lakh rupees is what my assumption is. Now, what are the kind of placements that happen? Again, for that one particular program for which we have granular detail. Manufacturing is 34% students join it. BFSI and consulting 20% students join. Healthcare and pharma 19% students join. Energy and petrochemicals 12%. IT, ITS and e-commerce 9% and others 6%. So that's the kind of companies that come for placement for this particular program, which is MA HRM and LR. LR is labor relationship, HRM is human resources management. So TISS, because it works on the social services side, there are a lot of courses that are to do with HR, labor relationships and those kind of things, which is what seems to be the placement out here. Now, what are the companies that came for placement? In manufacturing, you actually have Ather, Bajaj, Tata Electronic, VIP, Godrej, Aarti Industries, Reliance, RPG, TAS. TAS is Tata Administrative Services, which is a branch of Tata's only, right? And in BFS and consulting, Capital One, City, Kotak Mahindra, Pine Labs, Mutual, ODC, Accenture Strategy, Virtuosa, and FMCG, Yogan, Asian Paints, Mondelez International, Nestle, Dr. Reddy's, Lupin, Sun Pharma. In IT is e-commerce, Accenture, Persistent, Flipkart. So you actually have all kinds of companies going there for placement. Very clearly, you can see that, right? Now, what is the selection criteria? The entrance exam score is 70% for MBA and HRM and LR. For Masters of Hospital Administration, 80%. For other PG programs, it's 100%, which is the entrance exam that they have. The online personal interview is 30% for MBA and 0% for anything else. So 100%, 70 and 30 is what you have. And then for Masters of Hospital Administration, online personal interview is 10% and extempore reflection is 10% and 80% for the other things, right? So that is the kind of selection criteria that you have for various programs in TISS. Now, what is the fee structure? We are now dealing with only MA in HR Management and Labor Relations. This is the MA program, by the way. 1,09,000 is the fees, or total 1.85 lakh for year 1 and 2. This for the MA program. MBA would be different. MBA would be slightly higher, actually very high in my opinion. Now, where does the TISS alumni study at this point in time? Rather, where are they located and what exactly are they doing? When you look at that data, 88% of the students or 89% of the students, we found 31,084 people who claimed that they studied at TISS. Now, it's a 90-year-old institution, so obviously you'll have a lot of people joining the place, being there around, mind you. Right? So 31,084 people is what we found on LinkedIn who said they claimed, or rather who claimed that they studied at TISS, of which about 36% students are in Maharashtra, 89% people are in India, which means 11% people are around the world. Right? So about 11% students are around the world. When you look at that 11%, about 3% are in USA, about 2% are in UK, 1% are in Canada, Dubai 1%, and Germany about 0.5%. So that's what you have, which essentially means that the TISS alumni is all over the globe and are finding career paths not just in India but outside of India also, right? So that's what it is all about. If you want me to cover any other institution, please do write to me here in the message box and I'll be happy to cover that. And more importantly, please subscribe to MBA 360 because this will be a single point destination for you to help you choose the best college, course and pathways. Thank you so much. Namaste.